Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SPASRO. Subscribe our channel and press the bell icon. If you're birth on this zodiac sign, kindly comment your name, so let them other know about it. Let other connect with you. For personalized horoscope or astrology report, contact us by email, which we provide in the description. Format to send us an email: your name, date of birth, month of birth, year of birth, time of birth, location of birth, with country and full-size photo view. Check description for the updated offer and payment for services which we provide. Today we are going to see about secret of Sagittarius gay and lesbian compatibility. Sagittarius man and Aries man. It's probably which you each enjoy exercise and sports activities, and will probably discover many sports you want to do and collectively, and find a healthful form of opposition in. This is probable to be a totally bodily and competitive courting if you allow it expand in that path. You're both very charismatic symptoms, and buddies will revel in you even more as a couple due to the manner you feed off of each different. It's likely which you're greater passionate and aggressive than your Sagittarius. However, your associate is bendy sufficient to address that without taking offense, and cozy with the concept of you getting your manner most of the time. Sagittarius man and Taurus man, you tend to be domestic loving, while your Sagittarius is regularly greater interested in travel and adventure, preferring not to be tied down. This also applies to making a dedication too early in relationships, which conversely is probably to be very vital to you. Another area of capability war is conversation. You pleasure yourself on being rational and sincere always, and so does your Sagittarius. However, their delivery is legendary for being blunt, direct and abrasive. They rarely sense that something is better left unsaid, and can experience that you're no longer being honest to your approach, even as you could feel they are just unnecessarily rude. Neither of you is likely to alternate your view in this area. Sagittarius man and Gemini man. Sagittarius is a accomplice who you are possibly to be interested in without an awful lot effort. Intelligent, outgoing and philosophical, their fast thoughts, inquisitive nature and fun persona will draw you in. You have a great deal in common. For one, you both revel in stimulating communique. This is a reasonably complex fit within the area of communication, so that you can attention on that briefly, because it's probable to be crucial to you and an associate. While you generally tend to experience info, your Sagittarius prefers the massive photograph. You like news, they prefer philosophy. You have a huge variety of pursuits, even as they're much more likely to have only a few which they take some distance greater seriously. It's possibly you'll each flip each different directly to some new hobbies and perspectives in this admire. Sagittarius man and Cancer man. The root of the troubles on this match then stem from the fact that you're emotional, whilst your companion simply undeniable is not. If you're feeling particularly perky and outgoing, that is a super accomplice to be round. Their outgoing self-belief will always carry out your wild facet, and you're guaranteed to have fun collectively. When you want emotional aid and knowledge, however, you will find your Sagittarius just isn't very good at delivering continually. Empathy simply is not their strong point. Other regions of capability struggle consist of your preference for protection versus your companion's want for freedom. Sagittarius vicinity a excessive price on their independence, and you'll find you are probably ready to make a commitment lengthy earlier than your partner is. On the high quality facet of this, once a Sagittarius commits, it commonly means they have definitely fallen in love. They don't do it on a whim like some parents may. Sagittarius man and Leo man, you have loads in commonplace with this partner, and standard. This is probable to be a particularly lively, explosive and fun-loving relationship. You're each optimistic, beneficent, carefree and enthusiastic. You both want to birthday party tough and stay existence to the fullest. Highly impulsive, you both want to play with fire play sometimes, and this relationship will be no exception, probable developing at a very speedy tempo. You're each very sociable and charismatic, and each like ardor, exhilaration and low drama. On the bad facet, you each may be impatient, and both will have terrible tempers. Sagittarius man and Virgo man. Intellectually, this is an amazing match of rapid and smart minds. Communication among you will in no way be stupid. Both of you are analytical as opposed to emotional, and you are both properly communicators, who prefer a rational and objective fashion. You're each distinctly independent and can be cautious of commitment with the incorrect person. You're both very adaptable and open-minded. It's in all likelihood you did very well on a friendships or casual degree, and in many respects this is according a good way to probably do wonderful till you live collectively. Once you start dwelling collectively, however, your variations will begin to come to be loads more apparent. You're careful and reserved, whilst your partner is outgoing, adventurous, spontaneous and passionate. While you may truly recognize those tendencies, you can sense they may be typical and excessive amount of an extrovert to handle very easily or end up very cozy with. Sagittarius man and Libra man. Libra is commonly an exceedingly appealing, outgoing and constructive associate. All developments you revel in and admire. Meanwhile, they'll be drawn in your passion, intensity and spontaneity. There could be a right-away attraction in this in shape. To start off with, the things you have are not unusual. You each tend to be very outgoing, charismatic and extroverted. Your Libra likely has you beat in those regions. They're the most social of all of the symptoms, but no longer by using a large margin. You each tend to be flirtatious from time to time. You both revel in excitement and adventure. You're both constructive and both have a tendency to avoid war of words where viable. Neither of you are frightened of it whilst it is unavoidable. But moving on to the variations between you, Libras tend to take a whole lot of care approximately their appearance. This is an elegant companion who always loves to look their high quality. You have a tendency to be a good deal greater versatile in this place. So don't be amazed in case you're constantly geared up to go out an hour earlier than they are. Sagittarius man and Scorpio man. To summarize, you will discover every other captivating and very attractive, and could be exceptional buddies as long as you do not sleep with every different. You can probably tell that as someone who will kick your butt if you toy with them, and there is the problem. It simply makes them even greater, impossible to resist. You by no means ought to withstand gambling with fire. Between your companion's sexuality, intensity, air of mystery and the stimulating and deep conversations you have got, you'll be throughout them to start with. Eventually that novelty will start to put on off and you will pull away a touch, while your Scorpio remains ramping up and turning into ever greater severe and obsessive about you. This can be where things start to roller coaster downwards in case you allow them to. Sagittarius man and Sagittarius man. You're each highbrow, enthusiastic, alive and spontaneous. You each enjoy journey and are constantly searching out new stories. You're each optimistic, impatient, unpredictable and intense. You both like to grab existence with each fingers, and there'll never be a shortage of ideas or journey in this healthy. On the bad facet, neither of you are very sensible, and cash can be an issue on this dating. You also both like your freedom a touch too much, and both tend to be fairly unemotional. As such, there is a better than average threat of this dating finishing over a heated minor dispute. Sagittarius man and Capricorn man. Capricorn Sagittarius will be an excellent match. Your planning coupled with your Sagittarian's electricity should make a first-rate team. In fact, though this is a hard suit to reconcile, that is regularly compounded via a lack of sexual chemistry till you recognize every other better. This relationship illustrates the variations among cust and methodical dedication you and unbridled enthusiasm your associate. While the two may also sound similar and complementary, they may be hugely one-of-a-kind methods to lifestyles. You're careful, cautious and methodical, at the same time as Sagittarius is regularly carefree and impulsive. They enjoy taking the occasional danger to preserve matters exciting. In this admire you're in all likelihood to confound and annoy each different plenty, each questioning how it's possible to stay that manner. Sagittarius man and Aquarius man. Aquarius Sagittarius is a great crew. You're a forward-wandering couple together with your partner's enthusiasm makes a completely strong suit. You have a large variety of things and not unusual, right chemistry, and a terrific risk of being soulmates. Aquarius Sagittarius is one of those rare fits which have a lot in commonplace that the article from your point of view may be very just like that of your associate. You complement every other very well, both being constructive, upbeat, ahead wondering and progressive. Other extra emotional or clingy symptoms would possibly see this courting as indifferent or extremely missing, but to you both valuing the intellectual aspect of a courting so surprisingly, it's ideal simply the way it's for Sagittarius man and Pisces man. What makes this relationship specifically challenging is that at the surface you may like and recognize each other's strengths loads, and there's in all likelihood to be some solid physical enchantment. You're each very adaptable humans, so it looks like the whole thing ought to paintings. Your personalities but are very unique, and could every now and then convey out the worst in each different. One of the roots of the problems with a Pisces Sagittarius in shape is your partner's fanatical need to be sincere and direct, blended along with your sensitivity and need for an emotional connection. You're a dreamer at the same time as this associate is a doer, and you may come to look them as uncaring or even hurtful. This is a spin-off of their directness and now not supposed to be offensive. Sagittarius woman and Aries woman, the opposition between the two of you sparks a raging sexual tension. Your largest challenge is to take your union to a deeper degree. Nevertheless, you homey, cozy couple, be cautious that your fearlessness and starvation for excitement don't get every other into hassle. However, you may face up to big setbacks together because you each adore a project, have to optimism to strive, and attempt again. Challenges may additionally arise because of both of you being impulsive and brutally blunt. Arguments can quickly reach boiling point. Sagittarius woman and Taurus woman. Taurus with Sagittarius compatibility comes best while there is an experience of appreciation for each other's behavioral trends. Rather than giving a futile effort to exchange each other's characteristics, you ought to try to compromise and receive. A Taurus girl is attracted through the fun-loving, enthusiastic, optimistic, wise and precise sociable nature of a Sagittarius lady, while the sincere, mild, affected person behavior of a Taurus woman is enormously favored by way of a Sagittarius girl. Sagittarius and Taurus compatibility relies upon how well you can still cope with each other. Sagittarius woman and Gemini woman, while they're each passionate about each different, in addition they fall victim to entrapment. They both smother each other with love. However, at a positive time, each the Gemini girl and the Sagittarius girl are hit with the belief that they may be in a cage. They will then both war to get out and crave a few alone time. They each love to socialize and revel in their freedom to do so. Since they're so properly with words, each character holds the energy to jeopardize the relationship entirely on their capacity to inflict pain verbally. If they tone this feature down, they are able to live a squabble unfastened lifestyles together. Sagittarius woman and Cancer woman, the dating may be tumultuous as it brings collectively the one's individuals which might be dramatically contrary in nature. While one is calm and composed, the other is outgoing and vivacious. While one knows how to keep the modesty in a social setting, the alternative will behave as the heart dreams without placing any regard to the surrounding environment. In their courting, the Cancer woman could be commemorated to have a Sagittarius girl as her associate. She will do everything in her strength to keep her together with her regardless of the diverse obstacles in an effort to plague their adventure together. However, a Sagittarius lady will look for clean escapes and make a short run to the door while she thinks that things are not going her manner. Though she can be very adjusting, there can be a point while she can give up the entirety and circulate on. Sagittarius woman and Leo woman, the dating between a Leo female and a Sagittarius woman has high possibilities of culminating into marriage. The union has the appropriate combination of each issue of couple down that is needed to preserve itself. While one of the two is sensible, The opposite thinks from her heart and makes choices based on emotions. The Sagittarius girl is familiar with the desires of her Leo female and permits her to rule over her, just for the preservation of their dating. She takes the autumn when she is asked to, and she or he appreciates her girl when she finds the need to do so. Sagittarius woman and Virgo woman. The sun rises inside the east and units within the west, and the most effective common element in those hemispheres is the sun. Similarly, a Virgo female and a Sagittarius woman have perhaps simply one thing in not unusual, and this is their love for communique on all different aspects. They range from each different in thoughts and movements. Interestingly, wherein the dating has possibilities of failure, a friendship between the two is inevitable. A Virgo girl and a Sagittarius female can turn out to be excellent pals supplied they don't meddle with each different and their emotions. Sagittarius woman and Libra woman. A Libra female and a Sagittarius girl proportion sufficient features in not unusual. They also make an exceptional pair, and their striking similarities are typically accountable in preserving them together. However, like each couple, this couple too faces undesirable fights. They mainly revolve around taking vital choices, their timing and its professionals and cons extra than anything else. A Libra woman's indecisive nature coupled with a Sagittarius lady's clumsy and lazy attitude makes matters fairly tough for them. Fortunately, both the Libra woman and the Sagittarius woman are clever individuals who recognize that they don't want to waste their energies on such trivial troubles. Sagittarius woman and Scorpio woman. While a Scorpio lady likes his freedom, she does not like going out socially as much as her Sagittarius associate does. She can be the imperative social butterfly and live lifestyles beneath consistent glare and interest if need be. There can be tips in recognized to this case in the otherwise glad home of the Scorpio girl and the Sagittarius girl. She can also want to live returned to domestic and experience the serenity, while her accomplice may additionally find the want to go out and relieve herself off the stress. However, if they can compromise a touch and find a common floor to stand on, they will be glad together. Sagittarius woman and Sagittarius woman. However, if a Sagittarius lady and Sagittarius lady understand a way to manipulate their egos and maintain it intact, they'll have an awesome lifestyles together. Since there will be a double dose of all power as well as tremendous traits, the Sagittarius couple will constantly locate themselves at the equal aspect of the fence. There will rarely ever be a time when they'll fight or argue approximately specific perspectives. Their lives may be a jolly trip on a long, however mild, roller coaster, which may also likely stop unexpectedly, however will in the end provide them the thrill and pleasure that their souls crave. Sagittarius woman and Capricorn woman. The chemistry that the Sagittarius girl and the Capricorn girl share may be wholesome. They are both extraordinarily like-minded with each other, and this makes them shine via the group. Since the couple could be very similar in most of the matters that they do, it becomes clean for them to communicate and live life the way they deliberated. Many undesirable issues and arguments are eliminated because the information they've with every other helps them prioritize their lives well. They come directly to the equal wavelength and retain their journey beforehand. Sagittarius woman and Aquarius woman. The Sagittarius female has an optimistic mindset towards life and loves to chase her goals. She has a sturdy mind and prefers a lady with similar traits. This goes well with the Aquarius female, who is also intellectually forward. Both are capable of communicating approximately their high-level desires and visions. The Aquarius woman is also a social butterfly. She is an outgoing personality, which blends well with the character of the Sagittarius girl. She too is generally no longer seen on my own. She likes to be with a crowd and enjoys employer of compatible people. These comparable tendencies will honestly upload balance to this courting. Wait, it receives higher. The Sagittarius female is open-minded and isn't always commonly possessive. This is a first-rate advantage whilst you are in a relationship with an Aquarius female. who has a variety of friends and loves to go out on spontaneous conferences with them. The Sagittarius man isn't always the one to be left behind. By nature, she is a strong flirt. This should not purpose hassle within the dating, as the Aquarius woman too is not overly possessive. She must additionally understand that this natural flirt is sincere and trustworthy. Her flirty nature must not be looked at with eyes of doubt. She should no longer infuse ideas of suspicion except without a doubt positive. Sagittarius woman and Pisces woman. The Sagittarius lady is witty and could honestly attraction the Pisces woman at the start sight. The gentle and worrying nature of the Pisces girl will attraction to her. Their first assembly may be wonderful and ranges of appeal may be high and robust. The Sagittarius lady is full of electricity and enthusiasm. She likes to be at the flow. She is likewise energetic socially and likes to be in corporation of pals. The Pisces girl is a dreamer and seeks to find her inner calling. She is a simple and gentle lady who likes to be in the organization of her lover. She is not the only to be more possessive, but she may also locate tough to control her feelings while she sees her outspoken Sagittarius female flirty and robust nature. She ought to understand that flirting is a strong Sagittarius trait. However, in no manner does it imply dishonesty or cheating. The Sagittarius girl is extremely loyal and straightforward in a devoted courting. This is exceptional international for the Pisces lady, and it can be all too much to handle. On a nice be aware, the Pisces girl is a brilliant listener and may actually be the past girl within the Sagittarius woman's life. Although she was emotionally expressive, she can in reality revel in having the strong guide of the Pisces female.